Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Ashabi, and today I'll be showing you how to do the slash and spread technique. Now the slash and spread technique is a really important technique under dart manipulation. When you're trying to create complex styles using your darts, you actually need to master the slash and spread technique and also the pivotal method. Like the pivotal method is also on my channel. I'm going to keep the link of the video in the description of this video. Now for this video I'm using the basic bodice pattern. You can see that in this pattern I'm trying to move the darts, my shoulder darts, to my waist dart. I'm actually going to make two designs. I'm going to make one that I'll move to the center front bust line, and I'm going to move the other one to the waist level. So I'm going to use the front part of my basic bodice pattern. If you do not know how to draft a basic bodice pattern, watch my video on how to draft a basic bodice pattern. Now in this video I'm going to use my pencil, my scissors, my eraser if necessary, and my ruler. Let's just get into the video. Let's get into the tutorial. And the first thing I'll do is to trace out my basic bodice pattern. When tracing it out, I make sure that I get all the points correctly. The first part I marked was the bust point, like it is on the basic bodice pattern. So I'm just going to trace out all the edges. I'm going to mark out the dart, the waist dart, leg, and then I'm just going to trace out the neckline, the shoulder dart area, basically just the entire pattern. So now I'm just done with tracing the pattern, and the next thing I'm going to do is to start getting all the angles out. I'm just going to get my shoulder dart out and my waist dart out. So I'm starting from my waist dart first. I'm going to mark it out first. Just going to take all my time to mark it out, and then I'm just going to go to my shoulder dart and mark it out also. So now that I'm done with that, I'm just going to locate where I'm going to move the dart to, which is my waist level. I've located my waist level as where I'm going to move my dart to. So the next thing is for me to cut that part. I'm just going to cut the waist level straight. So I'm going to trim the body of the pattern first, so it will be easy for me to flip and fold. To cut everything out. I just noticed that the glue actually stained the paper that I use as my base. So now I'm just going to locate the middle of this dart. The entire dart width for this particular pattern is actually 4 centimeters. So I just divided it into 2 centimeters on both sides, and then I just got the middle point, and I'm just going to use that straight line as my guide to cut through. So I'm not going to cut, I'm going to cut to, not cut through, cut to the bust point, not cut through. When you cut through, you're going to cut everything off. So we have like that part open already. Now this is the fun part. You're going to now fold. We're going to crease that line, one leg of the dart. We're going to crease it towards the center area. We're just going to crease it towards the center area, and then automatically all of the excess that is in that area will move to the waist. Like, you're just going to see the magic right now. So it's actually really simple. When I first started doing this, like, this was like my favorite method in dot manipulation, but I realized that the pivotal method is actually faster. So if you do not know how to do the pivotal method, there's also a video on pivotal method, and I'm going to put the link in the description like I said before, and you can also click at the top corner of this video where you're going to see it as one of the suggested videos to watch next. So you can see that the space there, the excess there, and the dart is moved from the shoulder area, is now moved to the waist area. Now you could choose to place paper on there. You could choose to put paper on it, because when you want to cut this on the fabric, when you want to place this on the fabric, you can't just put that there. So you just cut the paper if you want, or you could actually glue the paper to it and then crease it again to get the to be able to through the dart. If you do not know how to through that, there's also a video on how to through that, which is also going to be in the description of this video, or you could just click on the top right corner of your screen where you could see it as one of the suggested videos. So I'm actually creasing it. I didn't glue this one, so I just wanted to show you that you could actually crease it and fold it so that you could cut the excess there, which I don't think I later did. I don't think I did it because I was going to film something else almost immediately. So this is just basically how to move your dart from the shoulder to the waist level. This is how to move it. Now I decided to do something else. I decided to move the dart to the bust level, and I'm going to show you right now, guys. So now we're going through the process again of tracing. Now I decided to make the video to be faster. We're going to trace just the basic bodice pattern again on the paper that we're working on. So I'm just going to move it to the center bust level. So I'm going to mark that place, the center bust level, that I'm actually going to move my dart to. So note that when you want to move your dart, make sure that you mark it on your bodice first, like the bodice you're tracing. You mark it first, because sometimes you tend to forget in the process of pivoting or slashing. So you just have to mark it on the pattern and mark it on the one you're using. So I've actually marked it, and now I'm just going to roll out that line first, because that's my new location. So I wrote new location there, and I identified the location as the center bust line. So I just wrote that there. Now we're going to do the normal tradition of getting our old darts there, the shoulder back. We're going to add the shoulder back to where it was, and then we're going to go to the waist also to put it back where it's supposed to be. And now you already have an idea of where we're moving the dart to. So this is actually going to be really simple. All we're going to do is to cut that line. I'm just going to cut that line. So before I'm actually going to crease, I've already cut that line. I think I lost that clip, so I cut that line, and I decided to trim the paper because it was a little bit bulky for me to crease. So I'm just going to trim the paper first so that it will be easy for me to fold and crease while trying to do this. So I'm just going to crease this from my side seam to the center waist area, to the center waist level. So I'm just going to crease it towards that part, and then automatically the excess moves to that bust level, so it moves to the part where you cut. So even if you move it to the side seam, or you move it to the armhole area, basically anywhere you move it to, the darts will move as long as you crease the that part. The dart space is going to move, the bulk is going to move to the bust level, or anywhere that you've actually cut. So I'm just going to cut that part out, because I've actually gotten the way I want my darts to appear on the fabric or on the design. So now I'm going to crease this also, and I'm going to fold it towards the center area also. You know, you have to fold both on the same direction, to the same direction. So the dart has moved to the center bust area. So there's one thing I just wanted to tell you, that when you're going to cut this on your fabric, just know that you're not going to open the darts that you moved, because once you open the dart you've moved, you have returned the dart to its original position. So you have to glue it. You have to glue this part down, or you use a sellotape or anything to just stick it together. When you're done with gluing it, you just place it on your body or your cloth like that, and then you cut. And of course, don't forget to add paper to it. Don't forget to add paper. It's really, really important for you to add paper, so that you do not lose some kind of excess when you're actually stitching the design. So add paper to it, and I'm just trying to cut through and just make it look also neat for the thumbnail and look okay for you guys to see how it looks. But I think you already have an idea right now. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe. I need subscribers. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, for more amazing content. And don't forget to drop a comment. I love you all.